Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Cataclysm Dark Days Ahead. This is going to be episode 1 for this new series here. My name is Sabouts, and I'm going ahead and taking on the Mall Challenge. So essentially, I reached out to the Cataclysm Dark Days Ahead subreddit on reddit.com, and I asked a bunch of you guys what you would like to see for future Cataclysm series, since I'd like to kind of do a couple of playthroughs side by side and try out some of the unique and different scenarios that the game does offer up. And one of the more highly voted and supported decisions was that I do kind of like a mall playthrough, so basically surviving out of a mall. Now, for the actual rules of the playthrough, I'm allowed to leave the mall and whatnot, but I have to start in a mall, I have to have hordes on, and that's pretty much it. That was really the only stipulations, and then, trying to survive inside the mall for the most part, but I can leave the mall. I don't have to stay in it. But that's going to be, the biggest challenge is going to be starting. So, on my second season playthrough, one of you guys suggested that I go through and do the whole world gen and everything in an episode. So that's what we're going to do right now, is go through and do all of this so you guys can see what I'm using. So filthy clothing, I don't know if that's going to disable it, but I've heard the filthy clothing is super buggy and stupid. So I'm just going to go ahead and get rid of that. I am playing on the most recent version, by the way, as of 8 hours ago. I am up on that. A lot of you guys suggested I play the most recent versions, and that's what I'm going to do. We're going to go ahead and put... Let's see, more real world. We're going to put all the guns we can, because you can never really have more guns, more survival tools, more locations, tall buildings. I want boats, tanks, and other vehicles. Okay, and that's pretty much it for that. Okay, world gen options. I want my cities to be a little bit bigger this time around. I'll keep cities spacing the same. Spawn rate scaling factor, not going to mess with it, but the item spawn scaling factor, I'm actually going to go ahead and lower that down to a 0.80. It'll make items a little bit more rare and make the challenge a little bit more difficult. NPC spawn rate scaling factor, not going to touch it. Monster evolution scaling factor, actually going to lower that. I think this affects how many more like special zombies we bump into. I might be wrong about, correct me if I'm wrong on that. I'm going to go ahead and lower it to a 3, simply because I am going to be playing with hordes. So less special zombies and more regular zombies with special zombies sprinkled in. I think if that's what that does. If it's not what it does, then oh well. Monster speed, resilience, I'm going to leave low. Default region type, not going to touch it. We're starting in spring. Season length, construction scaling's fine. Wander zombies, we're gonna go ahead and make that true. Not gonna mess with the classic zombies or their surrounded start. I'm gonna turn the NPCs on. A lot of you guys actually told me to turn them on last time. I originally kept them off because NPCs were broken for the longest time. But since there seems to be, since a lot of people are reassuring me that NPCs are a lot better, they're not completely fixed, but they're a lot better, I'll go ahead and turn them on. If it becomes an issue in future playthroughs, I'll turn them back off. Since like I said, I'm going to do a lot of Cataclysm playthroughs over the next couple weeks. We're going to be playing this a lot. Okay, world name. So I'm going to randomly pick 5, and then we're going to keep it. 3, 4, 5. Howard Lake. Okay. Press tab. Okay. Or are you sure you're finished? Yes, I am. We'll get this world generated. Okay, next is going to be our new game. So like I said, there really wasn't any particular suggestions for the character. Which is good, so I'm pretty much just going to go with something kind of random. What the heck? There we go. Okay, so world's generated. Let's see. We'll just continue with the multiple pools. Okay, scenario. We're going for the mall cop challenge. I guess would be the mall challenge, right? I don't think there's any other mall challenge. All right, so mall cop it is. You've survived for as long as you could inside of the mall. You worked at as a security guard. Find a way out and try your best to survive. So mall cop. Going over. I guess we have 8 points. So a mall security guard. You don't have any useful skills other than some basic training for your job. You do, however, have your trusty taser, baton, and pocket knife. The baton and pocket knife might really come in handy. Flashlight. Other than that, we're pretty much shot. So we'll see what happens there. As for traits, I don't know if I like the whole point system, but I'll take it. Okay, what do we want for traits? We definitely want pack mule if we can get it. We want night vision if we can get it. Maybe thick skinned. I'm not entirely sure how this traits tree works. Night vision. We'll go ahead and take far-sighted. I don't mind it because you always start with a pair of glasses. Okay, this is an interesting system, so bear with me. I've never used it before. I guess I'll just be ugly for the sake of being able to take some other stuff here. Thick-skinned isn't a bad idea. I believe it makes us pretty immune to... Your skin is tough, cutting damage slightly reduces you, slightly decreases wet penalties. Actually, we're going to take tough if we could take it. Yeah, I guess we can take it. Take truth teller. If we come in contact with NPCs, I'm probably just going to shoot them. I do want to take... Let's see. I know it's here somewhere. It's high thirst. Fast metabolism. I don't mind fast metabolism at all. Okay, is there anything else I really need? Light step. That's actually going to be super important because we've got hordes on. So let's go ahead and take that. Okay, now for these traits. Let's see if we can get something good. Okay, we can't unless we turn some of that stuff off. Or we take more negative traits. Okay, we're going to take addictive personality. Because I'm not worried about that. And if we've got trigger happy, we'll take that too. It's kind of a not something I'm too worried about. Okay, now let's try to go with better stats. Okay, it's still telling me... Okay, points left though. I still have 5, I guess. I hate this new point system. Okay, let me just do this for a second. I at least want to have something like this. This is like what I would like to have. I guess intelligence can go down. Perception I'd like to have halfway decent. I really like to have strength up there. So if I can take any other negative traits, I'll take them. That I don't think is going to be an issue. I could take lightweight. It really doesn't matter. Is there any of these I could maybe turn off that I don't need? Light step, night vision, pack mule, pretty important. Light step is kind of super important for what I'm trying to do here, but I don't know. I guess I could take it off. Does like put me in the? It looks like it might put me in the okay. And then skills, I'm not going to be able to take any of these. I don't have the points for it. So we're just going to start off with whatever skills it starts us with. If it starts us with nothing, that's fine. Okay, let's get a random name here. We'll go 5 again. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Or okay, I'm going to skip that one actually. Eric, or we're going to be Eric. Eric Rosak. Okay. Alright, so skills, we've got none, just how I like it. Scenarios, mall cop. Mall securities, our profession. Strength, all of our traits are pretty good. Obviously, we're sacrificing skills for that, but that's okay. And we'll go ahead and jump in. Too many trait points to locate. Change some traits or lower some stats and try again. Okay. Oh, is it because... See, I don't like this system. Okay. We're gonna do this. We're gonna do this system. This system always seems to work best. So the way I've got it set up right now should work. The only thing is I don't have light step. And if I want light step, I gotta lose a point. Okay, that's fine. See, I like this system a lot better. I'm sure I could figure out the other system if I sat down and went through it, but I'm not gonna waste my time. Yeah, so I guess we're just not going to take light step, or I could lower a stat. Go ahead and lower dexterity. Okay, now we're ready. Okay, there we go. Easy fix. Are you sure you're finished? Yes. And, alright. We're in. Looks like there's an NPC right there or something. Maybe some zombies in the distance, it looks like, but we are inside the mall. And, you guys can kind of see around there, but we're going to close this one off here since this was just a setup. So next episode, we'll jump in and we'll actually start playing the game. I want to thank you guys for joining me, and I look forward to seeing you next time.